cute is this Christmas gnome craft? These gnomes are made out of cardstock, and I made you a couple different versions of this SVG file. One with the hole so you can hang it as an ornament or off of a gift bag, and another without the hole so you can add them to cards or any other Christmas decor that you would like. Hi there, and welcome to Daily Dose of DIY. My name is Chris, and we are on day 8 of our Christmas craft kickoff event. What that means is you can grab these SVGs free for you for the next 24 hours by going to dailydoseofdiy.com/Christmas22. You'll also be given the option to upgrade and grab all 14 projects with over 30 SVGs, ad-free videos, and the printable instructions. So be sure to take advantage of that deal. Now let's take a look at the supplies we're going to need to make these adorable gnomies. To make these Christmas gnomes, you'll need 5 different colors of cardstock. These are the colors I chose. Of course, you can change to any color you want. They will fit on 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12. And as you can see, I'm using some scrap in here. It's a great way to use up your scrap pieces because many of the cuts are pretty small. You're also going to want some glue. You can either use a regular craft glue or a fine tip glue is good to do those small pieces. If you're doing the ornament version and you want to hang it, you'll need some string. And then I'm using a well-worn green cut mat as usual. You can also use a blue mat, which is made for cardstock. If you have a newer green mat, it'll be hard to get your pieces off. Let's move on into design space and we'll take a look at these SVGs. You can see it right here, so I'm just going to select and add to canvas. If you need help uploading or downloading SVGs, just reach out. I'll also put a link in the description that will help you get to this point. Once they are in design space, there's really nothing you have to do. If you want to keep these colors, you can go ahead and just click the Make It button. If you don't want to make both versions or you want to make some changes, you can click the Ungroup at the top. And then these are, let me select her, about 6 inches each. So you can resize from any corner, make them as big or as small as you want. And then if you want to change the color of something, like you want her to be pink, you can go up here and change the color. Of course, this is only so we know what mats to cut, and so they all go on the same mat. But you can leave it as is and just load purple instead of blue on the blue mat if you wish. Once you have everything the way you like it, go ahead and click the Make It button. There is nothing we need to do on the next screen unless you want to change your project size. Like the silver, it has it on 12 by 12, so it's going across. You can either load your 8.5 by 11 horizontally to catch all those pieces, or you can click here and change to 8.5 by 11. I don't know why I don't see it as an option. I probably just missed it. 8 by 10 is close enough. It will fit on an 8.5 by 11. So you might want to make sure on your mats, especially if you're using scraps, like if you're using the small scrap of piece of paper and you want to move all their little feet together in a different bunch, you can totally do that. Once you're happy with the placement of everything, go ahead and click the Continue button. If you have an Explorer, set your dial to cardstock. Unless you are using glitter as I am, then set your dial to custom. So you can see this. Any maker machines, you'll automatically come up with this menu. You can browse all materials, search glitter, and get glitter cardstock, or just search cardstock and you can choose your option. I have a lot of mine favorited here. So I'm going to select glitter cardstock, and then we're going to go over and load up our mat. Number 1 is cutting first, which is I am doing in the glitter. Let me flip my mat around and check. Yes, it will all cut out of this top section here and a little down here, so I'm fine to use this piece of paper I already cut the snowflake out of. If you caught that one, I believe it was day 4. 3, maybe 3 or 4, somewhere in there where we did the snowflakes. You'll have to go back and catch that one. I'm going to get this all cut, and then I will come back and show you how to assemble everything. After you've cut your glitter, you can easily switch back to normal cardstock by clicking this little down arrow over here and choosing cardstock, or if you have an Explorer, just go ahead and turn your dial to cardstock and cut your next mat. Okay, the final mat has finished cutting, so I am just going to flip my mat over and peel it back to remove it from the cardstock. You can see it makes the cardstock pop, and it gets it off without really curling your cardstock or making it tear. If you have some tiny little hard to do pieces, you can also use your spatula tool to get them off. Like these little bow ties remain stuck, so you can nudge them loose with your spatula tool, and they usually just pop right off of there, so you don't have to worry about tearing them. And then you want to grab your scraper tool and clean off your mat for the next use. I will do that as soon as I'm finished with this video. Let's get all of our pieces in order, and then we'll start assembling it. For the feet, the boy has the bigger size than the girl, so that will help you separate those. And you want to put them on top to make sure you have them the right direction and that we're going to put the glue on the right area. We are starting with the feet because the beard and the dress will cover up the tops of them. So add a bit of glue to the back side of each of your feet and put them in place. The next layer is the beard for the boy and the dress for the girl. So I'm going to put glue on the back of each of those and slide them into place. The outlines on the base will match the outlines on your beard to help you line it up. Next, we're going to add the dress layer to the girl. And then for the boy, his hat will go on next. You want to line up the circles if you're using the ornament. And I just made a mistake. I put the glue on the wrong side like I told you not to do. We'll grab one of our other ones. You want to make sure the hat lines up perfectly with the curve, and then put the glue on the back side. I'll have to cut me another piece for my hat. Once the hat is in place, glue on his little nose and place in the center of the hat. And then finally add the snowflake to his hat. For the girl, we will do the hair layers next. Make sure that you have them on the right side where they will go, and then add glue to the back and put it in place. This side, there's a little piece sticking out. That is for the bow, so you want to line it up to the big curve. Next, we will put on her hat. Make sure we have it the correct way for this hat. And then her little ball for her hat. She also gets a pink nose to place in the center of her hat. Her snowflake. And finally, her hair bows. I used a weeding tool to poke a hole in there so we can finish this. If you have the ornament version, you want to thread a piece of string. My string is bunching up through the top and just tie it off, and then you can hang it from gift bags or Christmas trees or wherever you would like to hang your gnomes. How cute are those? Be sure to line up your pieces first. Don't glue the wrong side of your hat like I did. That's the importance of lining up your pieces. Thank you so much for joining me for day 8 of the Christmas craft kickoff. Be sure to grab these SVGs for the next 24 hours at Daily Dose of DIY /Christmas22. We will see you tomorrow for day 9 and another fun, free project. Thanks for watching, and God bless.